Alright, here we go. Lolo vs. Buck.
Right. I'm actually somewhat familiar with Lolo. I know they played in like several of the EPC events, and I've even played against them a couple times myself, and they're pretty good. I'm not surprised to see them in the silver bracket of this event.
Both players building the GTR here. Slightly different base builds, opting for different colours.
Lolo's got a fairly clean sandwich build going on with that GTR extension. Not quite getting the tails on the blues, but it's still looking mighty strong. Ooh, that's might be a little awkward to deal with, but okay. Bub's chain cuts, but I do think that's to their advantage.
That's enough.
Yeah, Lolo is just not able to get anything out in time. Just a shortcut chain can just be all that you need just to catch your opponent off guard.
Ooh. Yeah, Lolo not ready to respond to the 5 with looking for the full chain, I think.
That's always the thing. Yeah, it's always a slight problem with Puyo. It's just like you can have as huge of a power or as clean as a chain that you can, but unless if you're ready to actually send it, it's not going to be anything. Lolo, trying to learn from that, is going to send off their chain, and it's going to be a power 6 into an 8. However, Buff's chain, looking to be fairly clean as well, is going to send an 11, just no powers necessary, just flat and clean. Sending early, probably not the best idea to go for.
They're just kind of giving up after that garbage started coming in and stacking with their column. Alright, here we go. So yeah, another kind of GTR build coming out. Yellow and purple base from both players. Lolo's build a little bit more vulnerable to garbage for a few moments, but seems to be handling it okay now. We've already got a 5 chain at the ready from Buff, and Lolo gonna take a few garbage Puyos, not really gonna bowl them.
Lolo's just continuing to extend their sandwich chain. It's okay. It looks quite nice. Probably like a little bit of an awkward extension to go for. Oh, is Lolo going to go for the extension on the purples? Oh, is that moment of incisiveness going to cost Lolo? There are very little greens in sight. Oh, but he is able to find it. Okay. Okay.
Is it enough?
Is this enough though? That was an 11.
That was an 11.
Yeah, now the purples I believe do connect here. It is only a 9 though. That is 4 rocks of garbage and then some. Bub does have another one, and Bub taking a 3-point lead already.
Oh, absolutely massive chains from both players there. Both being very, very patient with when they send them off.
Okay, okay. Looks like there was a bit of like an L-shape extension going on from that GTR. Meanwhile, Bub is going for the Delta GTR as part of the extension, and it's also like very interesting how they're like trying to make the tail with the yellows and all of that. Meanwhile, Lolo's got a fairly clean chain, but no triggers to get to their reds.
It looks like we've got L-shape going on Bub's second floor as well.
Oh yeah, but anyway, speaking of Bub's chain, it is away, and that is quite a hefty amount of power. The reds, I believe, do connect. Meanwhile, Lolo does need to find the air chain. Oh no, they had an extension with the purples ready and waiting. The yellows come.
11 chain out from Buff again. That's gonna be. Oh, Lolo is ill prepared for this.
That is a little hard. That is a little heartbreaking from Lolo's side. Just the way how the change just not working. But just amazing with the consistency shown at play here.
The entire moon coming down on Lolo there.
Ooh, okay. Looks like Lolo's gonna go for an L-shaped base build to start off with. Probably just like...
if GTR's not working, change it up.
Trying to shake it up just a little bit. And speaking of shaking up a little bit, here we go. A 4-chain rush, and I don't think Bup is ready for this.
The power 4 straight off the bat. That's very, very quick.
Very quick. I don't think like Bup had like has like a good trigger or anything just to get to her chain in time. Very well calculated by Lolo.
I'm almost surprised that Lolo's going back for the GTR now, having like had success with a different chain form and then going back to what didn't work.
I mean, like, it probably may pay off, but here we go. We're gonna see a 3-chain rush. And Bup does have a very good response. The greens do connect, and Lolo just needs to find something in time. I guess
switching up that trigger to the yellows is pretty smart. I think Lolo has probably one chain over. No, it's matches.
But still, that is a very big rock of garbage just sent over to Bup's way. Despite the matches, just that small extra bit of power is going to help. And speaking of power, there's a power change. But what is this dig from Bup?
Absolutely incredible. That route through the garbage pit just gives Bup so much more space to work with. That was a really, really clever response.
That completely turns it around. Though, it was like previously in Lolo's favor in that one round. However, Bup just able to find that so nicely. I'm impressed. Ooh, and almost all clear fight from Bup. Unfortunately, that one little green ruins everything. However,
I think both of them were looking for it and then found it there.
However, I do say that like what Lolo has going for is pretty good.
Considering the space that Lolo's working with here, it's definitely something.
Oh, but Bup's build with a sandwich, that is a nice little find. Maybe a little bit messy, but it still gets a job done. Bup is now on match points. Like, I know Lolo. Lolo's a pretty dang good player, and Bup is just kind of just showing what they're able to do.
Yeah, but finding solutions to really, really interesting scenarios there. Lolo trying to find this chain as soon as possible, I think, is the strategy. I'm surprised, like, after finding success, Lolo doesn't go back to what worked at all. Like, they just kind of keep going back for this GTR, which...
Yeah, and the thing is that, like, this is looking very precarious at the moment. Like, the trigger is just not quite as much there. And, oh no! Like, Bup's chain does cut short, but unfortunately for Lolo's just not ready for it at all, giving Bup the game. Ooh-wee. Okay.